Hey everybody, this is Nathan here with E&H Studios, and today I have the Fossil Q Marshal Gen 2 smartwatch. Now I wanted to talk about this today for a couple different reasons. One, I love the watch, and two, the Gen 3s have come out and hopefully the prices are going to come down just a little bit. So this video is more to help you determine if the Fossil is right for you and ultimately share with you why you should buy it. And you should. Alright guys, so here we are, up close and personal. So, you can see I don't really have, I don't use the default faces that come with it, and I'll get into that here in a little bit more. What I wanted to talk about right now is this case. Now, the overall watch, what actually was a deterrent for me was the overall size. Of course, you look at it compared to some of the other watches, and it looks bigger. But ultimately, it's a 14 millimeter in depth case. So, really, it's not that much larger than some of the other ones. Of course, some of the ones you can get from Fossil are 9 millimeters. So of course, it is a little bit. There's a little bit difference in size there. A lot of difference actually. So really, for me, it was almost just do it, just buy it, just to see how it is. And if you don't like it, then well, you wear it. So let's go into some of the apps here, and we'll get into the faces here in a little bit. So there's all sorts of different stuff you can get. There's some that are preset on here, so you can just right out of the box you can get going. You don't have to worry about installing a bunch of stuff. But if you wanted to, which you will want to, you do have the Play Store right on there. So of course you can go in, you can start pulling apps from your phone. You can go in and pull apps from the Play Store just outside. So watch faces, featured apps, complications, apps on your iPhone. Like I said, you can pull in apps from your iPhone and get notifications and whatnot through the actual watch itself. So get out of that, let's swipe to the right, and we are back. So there's a lot of stuff, and there's even some stuff that I've added. Golfers out there, look, Swing by Swing, your app may work, and actually it's pretty cool how it works too. It does give you your GPS and give you some information to allow you to enter your score without having to pull your phone out. The weather is a great app. Some of the things on here that I love, the memory for wear, some of the games on here, if you're like me and you get stuck in meetings a lot, then especially that don't pertain to you, then yeah, it's pretty cool. You can sit there and play some games. Fit workout, those who walk, run, what have you, you can track everything through your watch. If you ride your bike, you can track that as well using the GPS. So that's the overall watch. Now I'm going to go grab my phone, we're going to get that set up, and we are going to take a look at the cool watch faces. So what's the point of having a stylish looking watch if you can't have a stylish looking face? Well, that's kind of something that Android Wear and Fossil and really all the smartwatches have done very well. They have all the watch faces you can choose from, you can customize, but really, with the Fossil Q, like I said, I love this watch, and I love it because it is stylish, and I do love it because I can change faces anytime I want. I can go day to day with a different face. So I've got my phone thrown up here, and we're kind of looking at the Android Wear screen here, and you can see some of the most recent ones that I've had, and this is just testing purposes. The one I have selected now is clean. Now I like this watch face because it's just that it is very clean. There's a couple different selections that you can have. Of course, there is a there's a pro version of this, so of course you can get all sorts of different cool features with it. But for what I need, this works perfect. Ultimately, throughout the day with this, I can go down about 20%. I actually started this day on 75% battery life. So that's actually pretty great that I've gone 8 hours on 20%. So let's actually get back out of this clean because we want to show how easy it is. Now, you will notice that my screen is not going to sleep. For the purpose of this video, I have the ambient set on. So, of course, we tap it, we wake it up, and you can see I have a Bleacher Report notification, and you can see it quickly does go back. And the purpose for that is it's not constantly refreshing that second hand. So let's go ahead and look here to see what we have. Look at all these different watch faces. Now, only 2 of these I have downloaded, that clean, and then there's a Ranger on here, which I quit using when it started draining my battery. So let's see. Machine is the one that I like. So we're going to select machine. And look at that. It changed pretty much instantaneous. Now, of course, it did have to refresh the screen. So what we're going to do now is we're going to tap that screen. And bam, look at that. Red face shows battery, steps, and the date. So you actually have two different options with your watch face. You can, of course, customize it through the phone. But what's the fun in that? So we're going to set this guy down. Now let's actually go in here to the watch. So we have our watch. We tap on the screen. Let's go ahead and get rid of that Bleacher Report. So I'm going to bring up, just push my finger on the screen, hold it for a second. Look at that. I have dial color. I have hand color. Date. Data. Share look. And of course, I can save that look. So if that's something that you like the look of it, you can save it and go back to it. Just like me, like I said, I change it on day to day. So I had a couple different styles I saved. Now, let's look at this dial here. So with all the ones that you can customize, it is actually very similar. Instead of having to guess and save a style and go through all that finicky mess, Android Wear and Fossil has kind of given you the ability to look at the screen, look at the colors before you select it. So I've always liked that green. Hand color, same thing. You can go through and you can pick them, see how they look, and then pick from there. That actually looks pretty gross, so we'll go back here. Date color, same thing. You can pick your date. Yeah. And then of course you can just turn it off. So we'll go ahead and go back to one. So this data is really your key. It's your three pendants here. You can pick what shows. So you can pick if you want the steps. You can pick 10 different items from clock, contacts, fit, steps, things of that nature. There's all sorts of things you can do with this. And like I said, I love the Fossil watch. So of course, for me, that's really it for me. Now, like I said, battery life, that's a huge thing for these. They're, of course, electronics. So with the clean, it can last me a couple days. With the standard faces that come with it, it does last me a full day. Now, I will say that be wary of picking your face. Some of them, read the reviews. Most definitely read the reviews because they will tell you before you buy or before you download what you need to have. There are some that do require a pro purchase, which kind of sucks and to me seems scamish, but whatever. Overall, I love this thing. Compared to my old watch, which like I said was 9mm in depth, I can't really tell the difference. There were some things I did have to do to kind of customize it to me, which was turning wrist gestures off because, if you're working on computers, you're doing a lot of stuff or you're talking, then your watch will turn on and it'll drain the battery that much quicker. And of course, it cause certain things to happen. I was noticing with mine, I was going into the face customization quite a bit and changing the color, which was nifty, was interesting to see what happened, but ultimately was not the goal. Speech commands, you can do hey Google and do speech commands. I've turned that off. I don't utilize that function. One of the things that I do utilize a lot is the ability to control music. I listen to music a lot. In the car, I stream it through my radio, headphones when I'm on the lawn, things of that nature. So you can use this. You can see the actual media player did pop up there, showing its train. You can do previous, next, and pause. Now, of course, if you tap on the screen, bring it away, wake it up. Like I said, you can do all sorts of things. You can control the volume. You can control where you go. You can also tap on the 3 button down there, and you can browse. So it doesn't give you the full list of music you do have, but it gives you the recently played. It gives you stations, and it gives you all your playlists. You can shuffle it all, which is actually what I do. I just hit shuffle and listen to my music. So that's really it. This watch, it can do a lot. I could do a super long video on the cool nifty things you can do with this watch, but I'm not going to do that because you all have more important things to do with your time than to sit and listen to me drone on about a phenomenal watch. So that's it, guys. This is an amazing watch. I suggest you buy it right now. Like, go buy it. Well, first, Like and subscribe this video, and then go buy it. And if you buy the Gen 3, let me know how you like it.